Subscribe to my channel before we start. I was never the type of husband who monitored my wife's every move. Emily had her world, I had mine. We built our marriage on trust, or at least I believe we did. That quiet, unspoken trust is what kept everything steady through work, bills, life chaos. Then on a Thursday night, the message came. Hey, I'm staying over at Mark's tonight. Too late to drive home. Mark, her coworker, a name I'd heard casually mentioned in random stories about office lunches and projects. I never gave it weight. Emily never seemed like that kind of person. I just stared at the message. No rage. Just nothing. Like someone had unplugged the power inside me. I typed one word back. Okay. Then I put my phone down. I waited for a follow-up text. Something like, everyone is here, or don't worry. But nothing came. Silence. The house felt too still. Even the hum of the fridge felt louder. It's wild how 8 little words can shift the entire atmosphere around you. Staying at Mark's. Not the office. Not a group hang. One guy's house. It wasn't jealousy that hit me. It was realization. All the subtle shifts I ignored suddenly lined up. Phone flipped face down. Slow replies. Extra hours at work. I poured water instead of whiskey. I wanted my mind clear. And then I did the unexpected. I didn't respond again. No calls. No confrontation. I went to bed. The next morning, her side of the bed was untouched. Her scent was still on the pillow. I got ready for work, like everything was normal. Around noon, she finally texted. Hey, sorry about last night. We just crashed after movie. Hope you're not mad. I smiled a little, not because it was amusing, but because it was predictable. That wasn't a message written for honesty. It was written for damage control. I didn't reply. At 3 p.m., she called. I let it ring. When she got home that night, she acted normal. She kissed my cheek, said long day, and started getting comfortable. I asked, did you have fun? She froze. I clarified calmly. At Mark's movie night, right? She tried brushing it off with a tired smile. Don't make this weird. I'm not, I said. Just making sure you slept well. Must have been a comfortable couch. She stared at me. You're upset. Not at all, I answered, rinsing a cup. Actually, it's good to know you're comfortable spending the night at another man's place. Shows how much freedom we both apparently have. She snapped back shaky. That's not fair, Daniel. Neither was finding out through a text. Her silence said everything. In the days that followed, she tried acting normal, cooking dinner, trying to talk, suggesting movie night. But everything felt different. She could feel the distance. My quiet wasn't peace. It was withdrawal. I didn't bring up the text again. I didn't have to. Silence weighed heavier than yelling ever could. Sunday morning, I started packing a small duffel bag. She walked into the kitchen confused. Where are you going? Taking a few days. Staying at a friend's. A female friend? She asked, pale. Would it matter? I replied. I zipped the bag, put my phone down, and said, don't text me unless it's important. Then I walked out. I didn't actually go to a friend's. I got a small hotel nearby. Quiet. Anonymous. For once, I sat with my own thoughts. I realized I spent years constantly smoothing over cracks so nothing exploded. Maybe that constant peacekeeping is how I disappeared. She called the first night. I ignored it. The second night she texted, can we talk, please? I just replied, not now. Her messages kept coming. Explanations, excuses, please. I didn't respond. I didn't want pretty sentences made to sound believable. I wanted truth, raw and unpolished. By the third day, she showed up at the hotel. She looked small and exhausted. Can we please talk? She whispered. I stepped aside. Sure. She tried to explain. We worked late. I drank too much. I didn't want to drive. And staying at a hotel was an option? I asked calmly. It just happened like that. Daniel, you've always trusted me. Don't stop now. Trust isn't a switch, Emily. It's built daily. And that night, you shattered it. Her voice cracked. It was one mistake. Maybe, I said quietly, but made something clear. We haven't been on the same team for a long time. You just made it visible. She looked afraid. So you're done with us? I'm done being the only one who cares. I answered. We sat in silence. Finally, she whispered, I didn't think you'd respond like this. That's what shocked you. You expected yelling, drama, begging. Instead, you got silence. What do you want me to do? I honestly don't know. But whatever it is, it can't fix what already died. She sat on the bed, trembling. I'll do anything. I looked at her. The woman I married still existed somewhere under all the excuses. But I didn't know if I could reach her without losing myself again. I'm not angry, I said. I'm just done trying to prove that my loyalty deserved the same back. So that's it, she asked. That's clarity, I said, not revenge. I grabbed my bag and walked out. She didn't follow. A week later, I went home. The house was spotless, like she tried to erase everything. There was a note on the counter. I'm sorry. I understand if you can't forgive me. I'm staying with my sister. I hope you find peace. I folded it, put it in a drawer, and moved on. People asked if we were okay. I just said, we're figuring things out. What I didn't say was that figuring things out meant learning how to live without who I thought she was. At night, I'd sit outside with coffee and watch the traffic fade in the dark. The sadness was there, but so was relief. The kind of relief that hits when you finally stop pretending something broken still works. I never sent angry messages. Never posted cryptic hints. I didn't have to prove anything. Sometimes silence speaks louder than any explanation. And maybe what hit her the hardest wasn't that I left. It was that I finally stopped chasing someone who had already walked away long before I did.